All right, welcome back. This is day number 104. Today we took one win and we took one break even. I'm going to go through the reasons why I took the second trade simply because the first trade was not in plan, and it was sort of me like rushing out and feeling a little bit of FOMO. I'll admit that. Uh, but then we took this winner, which was an absolute banger, back to the previous London highs. I could have just like let it run, but this is hindsight. But either way, I'm fine with taking 2R. This has been like one of my most consistent and profitable months since I started trading 2 years ago. So yeah, feeling really happy with that. So I'm going to go through the first trade that I took, and it was basically on this candle right here. So I was expecting this candle to go to here, to this 5 minute fair value gap. So this is bearish. You got the sweep. Now you know it's a sweep on the Tokyo low. So I had that in mind, but like my bearish and last target, my last bearish target was this 1 hour low. So with that said, I saw this. I kind of wanted to see the 5 minute go to this 5 minute fair value gap. So I went down to the 1 minute and I saw this 1 minute order block. So at this point, I'm thinking, I want to see reaction out of here, out of this 1 minute fair value gap and this 1 minute order block. If I see a reaction and a break of structure on that 1 minute, I'm fine if price doesn't go to the 5 minute fair value gap. And during this time, a lot of, like, you can see that I entered here, my stop was there, my TP was here. So it was quite a nice trade, a 2.7 hour trade. But during this time, I said that I was going to wait for the 1 hour to close. Because, yeah, I guess you can say technically the 1 hour closed bearish, but this is a low probability market shift because we wicked through so low and then we went back up. And I was basically just like, I'm going to wait for this. And if it's bearish, the 4 hour also will close. So if this is really, 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 really bearish, we ought to get a touch on this order block, because now this is like an order block, and then like the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and everything else will realign again, keeping in mind that the 15 minute was bearish up until here, and I actually waited for this 15 minute to close above here. So I got all of that in mind to be bearish. So basically took it off for those reasons, because I needed that 1 hour and that 4 hour confirmation, which I didn't had. So I just decided, you know what, this is not having really no follow through. I'm going to be very aggressive. I'm going to take it off because I don't feel confident on this trade at all. And this is not really in my plan. So I'm just going to take it off. So as time goes by, as you can see that now I'm on the 5 minute again, and I'm waiting for 5 minute breaks of structure. You can see that we start to inverse this fair value gap, and this is like first signs of reversal. So far, so good. However, this is still like bearish up until here. So we could just be reverting back up, consolidate here for a little bit, and then be bearish again. However, since I flipped bullish because of this big wick right here and this close, which was, barely closed below and had a big wick. So I flipped bullish on this 1 hour close. So now what I'm waiting is for the next 15 minute candle to close above this high. So this is the last high that led to the down move. I'm waiting for that to close. So I went back to the 5 minute, waited essentially until either the 5 minute tapped an order block or a fair value gap. I guess you could call those speedy race. Waited for the 5 minute to tap any of those, or to create any of those, then go back to the 1 minute, look for entries there. So I also identified this 15 minute fair value gap, and I saw this closing here, and I said there's a good chance that we go through the 5 minute order block. But because we're just front running everything, you can see like Even if you want to take it, if you want to take a trade here, you wouldn't get filled. Like best case scenario, you would have taken a trade here after this break, would have stopped, I don't know, maybe go here, but you don't really want to long a 15-minute order block, so that's fine. You can see here that we just basically inverted this whole move. We broke 1 minute structure and we basically inverted this whole move. So now I see that close. I see us closing above and I say, okay, I want to see an order block. There's this fair value gap right here. I want to see this fair value gap produce an order block. I don't want to see this fair value gap getting disrespected. And I want to see a break of this high after that. So ended up waiting quite a lot. And I entered, once I saw this candle close here, I entered here. I actually got filled lower. My entry was here. And I got filled lower, which was somewhere around here. And I got filled lower because price was so fast. And at the time of me placing the orders and everything, it just filled me down there. So ended up taking that trade. You can see that we pushed higher, closed above. So I'm still bullish here. And we got this candle right here. And then we got this third candle right here. And at this point, I'm saying, I really don't want to see us selling off from this. This line is a 15-minute order block. I really don't want to see us selling from down here. So I moved my stops to here. And at that point, it was just smooth selling because you got this big candle. Then I moved my stop to break even because I didn't want to see us revert this whole move back down. That would be pretty bearish, especially when you got this touch. And then, next thing I know, price hits my TP. And I made $397. So far I'm up $1,090, which is amazing, especially with the consistency that I've been having in following the plan. So pretty happy with that. I'm feeling quite a bit euphoric. So I might call this a month since I'm happy with the results. And I don't want to risk it. So I might call this a month, but I'll still gonna reflect that, I still got a journal on TradeZella. And yeah, quite an eventful session. So hope you guys enjoy, and I see you guys tomorrow for day number 105.